you. And that is Bridge to Terabithia. There we go. Bridge to Terabithia is a heartwarming and kind of sad at the end book. It is just really beautiful, the story. It sort of sent me to tears when I first read it. Not in a bad way, but like a so beautiful way. Most of the time, the characters are in the woods, which they call the Kingdom of Terabithia. So the characters in the book are Jessie and Leslie, and they create a fairy tale kingdom in the woods using their imagination called Terabithia. Leslie comes up with the idea, and she has a bit more of an imaginative mind than Jessie. Jessie has a lot of slang. So yeah. I'm just gonna say he has a lot of slang in his language. Leslie is really like graceful, like a true queen. She also has a lot of courage too. One sec. Okay. She also has a lot of courage too, and they're best friends. They met each other at school, where Leslie is a new student, and they become good friends. One day, something terrible happens. Leslie, while Jessie is at a museum with his teacher crush, Leslie goes to Terabithia by herself because she can't find Jessie anywhere, so she goes by herself to Terabithia. But while she's swinging over the brook, the rope breaks and she falls and hits her head on a rock, and she dies. It just pains me because they were such good friends, and just he was very mad that they brought Leslie to like the place where she died in order to honor her. He said if they cared about Jessie, they wouldn't have brought her to this place. And so later he has his sister become the new queen of Terabithia. And he kinda thinks like Terabithia isn't a place where you stay forever. you learn from it and grow, and then you move on. And I think that's I think that's a great use for Terabithia. And that's a great idea. Interesting book, I know. It's really interesting. So the illustrations are really good. They don't really show any illustrations in the book, but the cover is just really pretty. Made of sort of like watercolor. And the kingdom at the back, that's supposed to be like Terabithia, the kingdom of Terabithia. And this is the book they used to get across. Also, the dog, Jessie got that for Leslie on her birthday. Or at least I think it was her birthday, as a gift. He was thinking of maybe a TV, but then he saw 3 puppies on the road, and he decided to get her one. So he became the guardian of Terabithia. So this book by Katherine Paterson, I just loved it. It was so meaningful. My favorite character was Leslie. And my favorite part was when they got the puppy. I recommend this book because it's really just heartwarming. Just really heartwarming. And it called me all teary-eyed when I read it. It's also a really good book. So much it makes you feel like you're in the book for some reason. Just the way it's written. At least it feels like that for me. This book I also want to rate an 11 out of 10, but I can only really rate it a 10 out of 10 or a 5 out of 5. But that's what I'm rating it, a 10 out of 10.